botnet is a collection of compromised devices under one operator's control. A botnet DDoS is when that operator orders them to overwhelm a target at the same time. Imagine every neglected home router, IP camera, or even aging server that never received a security patch. Attackers scan the internet, compromise those systems, and then install a lightweight agent that will sit quietly until it's commanded. One device sends out only a trickle, but tens of thousands acting together create a flood that can disable almost any online service. Because the packets come from legitimate IP addresses normally associated with everyday users, the attack initially blends into normal traffic. In short, botnet DDoS turns ordinary connected devices into a coordinated weapon aimed at the victim. A small set of command and control servers issue instructions, rent out bandwidth, and adjust tactics in real time to maximize disruption. Every infected device checks in with one of these control servers, sometimes over HTTP, sometimes over encrypted channels, asking what is the next task. The operator might be the original malware author, but very often it's a broker leasing attack time by the minute. $30 buys you 40,000 bots. The controller can pivot on demand, start with a volumetric flood, shift to a protocol state exhaustion, or target a specific application port as soon as defenders adapt. Some crews even pre-scan the victim's network so that they can identify weak services and tailor the initial flood for maximum impact. In practice, the botnet behaves less like a chaotic swarm and more like a remote control force executing a well-defined playbook. This live command layer constantly optimizes the attack and sells that capability to anyone willing to pay. Because the traffic comes from real devices with real IP addresses, simple volume alarms or spoofed source filters no longer separate attack traffic from legitimate use. Early DDoS campaigns relied on forged source addresses and really unmistakable amplification techniques. So defenders could discard any packet that failed those basic validation checks. Botnets changed the rules. Each packet now originates from an authentic endpoint that can also generate everyday traffic. You block that address, and you may disconnect someone's home internet. Allow it, and the attack persists. Controllers further complicate matters by really varying packet rates, protocols, and destinations minute by minute to evade static thresholds. So, effective defense shifts from raw volume counting to a deeper context. What type of device is sending this traffic? Does that model normally communicate with this service? And how many similar devices have appeared in the last few minutes? At Nokia Deepfield, we rely on Genome, a real-time inventory that tags every source so that we can answer those questions quickly and surgically block only the malicious flows. Botnet DDoS is a context challenge. You must understand the origin and the intent of each packet before you can shut down the attack without harming legitimate users.